Hello and welcome. Come on in. We may talk to some dead people today, hopefully. I do have the Paranormal Flashlight set up. I've already blessed, cleansed, and neutralized the energy of it. For those of you that think there's some kind of gimmick with it, it is just a plain 6-inch mag light. It is the type of mag light that most paranormal investigators, well, the old school ones, used to use before all the fancy spirit boxes, before all the apps that are fake. Yeah, a lot of those apps on your phone aren't worth a rat's ass. All right. Looks like it's a little weak with the battery, so I'll put it up there. All right, Spirit, can I get you to give me a wink or blink, please, on that light? Let me know you're with me and that I have it adjusted correctly for you. Can you turn the light clear off, please? I see a little winky. I see it. Do something. All right. You know what? That's how you can prove that it's real. Spirit will acknowledge it when they want to, in their time, and not when I ask. So there we go. Let's go ahead and talk to Nancy Guthrie again a little bit today and see if we can get a few more questions answered. Nancy has been in touch with a couple other psychic mediums, and she has told them she is okay with me working with her this way. I am stunned and flabbergasted. I did not know her in life. I absolutely did not. She did not know some redneck biker from Northwest Pennsylvania. Guarantee it. Nancy, though, if you are with me, if you're in the room, if I've got your energy your energy has come forward, can you go ahead and take control of that light, please? We're looking to help bring you home. Thank you, Nancy, on the light. Wow. We would like to bring your earthly remains back to your family. Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. I got to tell you how humbled I am with this. However, we do know you're home already. Home on the other side. She's safe where she's at, okay? She's indicating to me that she was not afraid and that Jesus had his arms around her through that kind of horrific, unnerving first part of her abduction. Okay, thank you, Nancy. On or off, either way, is just them acknowledging, yep. So, Nancy, I'm trying to figure out how to ask these tactfully and not, because there's a trigger warning here for some of you. If it sounds too graphic, please feel free to leave the room. Change channels, do something. Nancy, is your body exposed to the elements? Are you in the wide open or are you outside? There are people that have asked me to ask you if you are in a dump where the garbage is disposed of. Have you been thrown out? Wow. Okay. Are you exposed to the elements, though? Are you in visual eyesight? No response. Can you tell me, are you hid? Did they tuck you in something? A big barrel, a suitcase. Did they put your earthly body inside something? Okay, I could feel her getting ready to. Okay, your body is inside something. Nancy, this is a hard question for you and for me. Did your family have anything remotely to do with this? I hear music. Nothing's on. All right. She's not going to acknowledge that her family had anything to do with it. As far as she knows, there is no connection. Now, it could be, and she just is not aware of it. Their awareness, once they cross over, it gets very, very open, and they get awareness of a lot of things that take place behind the scenes, but not always. Nancy, can you tell me how many people were involved? You can? All right. And I was going to ask. Was there 2 people involved? Were there 3 people involved? Okay, I feel her moving around again. I feel the energy change. My nose is itchy. Okay, a little slow on the response there. So there were 3 people that you know of. Were there 2 of them in the house that was trying to hurry you out? Were 2 people in the house with you? Two people in the house. Was the 3rd person in the car? Again, I can feel her moving, energy moving. Were there 2 people in the car? Because initially I felt 2 people in the house shoving her out and somebody in a vehicle behind the wheel. Can you give me an answer to that, Nancy? How many people? I'm trying to figure out how many people took place in this. Were there more than 4 people? Again, no response. Okay, I was going to ask, did you recognize any of the voices? And she picked up my question before I got it out. Turn the light off. So you recognized some of the voices. Would one person be somebody that had something to do with the maintenance of your house? Landscaper, pool person, lawn care people, carpenter, or somebody in the house doing any kind of renovations. You're making me feel as though you recognized somebody's voice. Was it somebody's voice you recognized from perhaps a store, someplace that you would frequent, a coffee shop? A little blink there. I was going to say ladies' card club. Somebody from a convenience store or somebody from a store? All right. Nancy, we're going to release your energy. Thank you. Thank you for the answers that you've given us today. And we're going to release your energy, allow you to go fly free again. Of course, she is in a great, great place. You know, the fact that she told me that Jesus had his arms around her through the horrible part, that's the part we need to hang on to. Oftentimes when I deal with cases that are great tragedy, that's one of the things that they tell me, that Jesus has them throughout it. They're never afraid. So if you have somebody that has been in a bad accident or in a bad tragedy and murdered or hurt or wounded, Jesus usually grabs them up. He comforts them. So hold on to that. All right. We do have the light going back there still. I wanted to ask, did I say Elvis earlier about who else we were going to talk to? Because I would like to, if you guys have given me some great suggestions. If you have any more suggestions of who you'd like me to try and talk to, please let me know down in the descriptions, in the comments, who you would like to hear from, and we will give that a try. Elvis was one of the ones that was most popular. I put a question on over at my Facebook about who you would like to see. Elvis was one. Prince was one. Let's see who else. Kurt Cobain. Oh, and lights came on for that. Shall I move on to Kurt Cobain? Spirit, give me a wink or blink on the light. All right, we're going to go back with Elvis. Elvis Aaron Presley, are you with us? Can I get you to come forward to the light and give us a wink or blink? Let me know you're there. Now that's how you tell that this isn't rigged up. Thank you, Spirit. They're acknowledging the fact that it's not rigged, that we're not getting Elvis to come forward, though. I get the feeling he's so fed up with all the questions. I'm going to go ahead and try to ask a couple questions, though. All right, Elvis, can you tell me, is your daughter there with you? Is Lisa Marie with you? No response. All right. We're gonna chalk it up at the fact that we did get Nancy to come back in, give us a few more answers. Thank you on the light. Right now, I do feel like this is my own spirit team coming in, my guardian angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. You notice I don't mention my ancestors. My grandmother was a second cousin to Al Capone. And if your ancestors have not corrected what they need to correct on the other side, they're still in a kind of a dark place. So I don't include my ancestors. All right, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards today, just for shits and giggles, see what's going on. A lot of you are worried about the war, that thing that's going on over there in Iran. I get the feeling strength. We need to be strong. We've been through this before. We've had other conflicts that have happened. I do get the overall feeling that the majority of this is going to end by the end of Mercury retrograde. There may be some slow residual things that happen. But the war over there, and I shouldn't be calling it a war, or this conflict over there, this police action, whatever the hell they want to call it, is going to be over by about the end of Mercury retrograde, which I believe is like March 20th. So right about that time frame, we're going to start to hear about it de-escalating. It is going to kind of drop back. However, the caution is here. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. Wow. We have sleeper cells in this country. Yeah, they want to hurt us the way we hurt them. Their target is mostly military veterans, communities and areas where there are a lot of military veterans. Those are the people that went over there and had to follow their country. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. Enforce what they had to enforce. They came back, they retired, they left the military, and that's who they may target. We got the Nine of Swords. That nine's about the worry and the fear that a lot of us have. Many of you have sons and daughters in the military right now. I want you to know that I pray for all military personnel in my prayer list. At 10:10 every night, I pray for folks who request it. By the way, if you're requesting prayer, if you're coming over to Facebook, thank you, Spirit on Light, I need to do some housekeeping here, and you're asking questions, you can buy me a cup of coffee. Okay, this is kind of what I do to keep the lights on. Kind of how I pay the heat bill. So, you can find my PayPal link at the very top of the description box down below. Get that out there. And you can buy me a cup of coffee. You can leave me a tip. Your help is greatly appreciated to keep the channel up and going. It is time. This laptop that I'm using is probably about 12 years old. Oh my goodness. This is a whole lot of ugly here. So feel free to buy me a cup of tea. Hit that like button. And by the way, there's a ton of you that have not hit the subscribe button. Please do so. All right. This is the energy for the week that is coming. Where I talked about the conflict and that we need strength, that we're going to get through this. Not a big deal. We are strong. We are one nation, undivided. Don't let them divide you. Not about race, not about religion. Don't let them divide us. One nation under God, indivisible. Okay, that's who we are. Stay strong on that. This was the worry and the fear that everybody has about such uncertain times. Oh my God. Don't worry. You'll attract more of it. Put on those big girl panties, big boy panties, and keep doing what you need to do. Keep doing what you need to do. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Kind of keep your head down, mind your own damn business. Don't get in the conflicts. Stay out of the protests. First off, the protests are funded. There are people out there that put money out there to make us angry at each other, to make us fight. Don't get involved in it. Okay, just go to work. That's what this guy's doing right here. He's got his head down. He's hammering away what he needs to take care of. For some of you, it's going to feel like a sense of betrayal here. We've got the 7 of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with some betrayal. I do get the feeling, only because a couple of the other cards that are up here, the betrayal that some of you are feeling is you've got somebody, and this is starting to get a little narrowed down and more personal, you've got somebody in the family that's got a drug or alcohol problem. We've got the Devil card. Somebody with a drug or alcohol problem has been lying to you, giving you lip service, telling you, oh, yeah, I haven't done anything. I haven't drank. I haven't taken a pill. I haven't snorted a line. Bullshit. You can see through it and you know it. Yeah, some kind of an addiction that somebody that you're dealing with is, they are working very, very hard. The Death card came up. Now that is not about death in the physical world. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. That is about the transformation that you need to make, or that they need to make. The transformation you need to make is don't believe their BS. Sometimes tough love helps. Sometimes it doesn't. Just don't buy the story. Don't keep giving them dark money. We've got the King of Pentacles. You might feel like you're in a little bit of control helping them out. You gave them money to make a car payment. You help them pay the insurance. Every time you give an addict money, that goes right into whatever the addiction is somehow. Stop giving them money. Stop supporting the fraud. We already said they're lying back here, okay? Stop treating your household and your issues like Minnesota. It's that time of the year and pollen's out. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, finances. On the other hand here, this king he's a little bit dark. So there might be something nefarious going on here with maybe your money. I do feel like you need this. So you like to be in control. And it's okay to be in control financially. Absolutely. At least of your own financial picture. It is important to you to have enough income to pay the bills. It is important to keep a roof over your head. Those things must come first. Thank you, Spirit. Take care of you first. It's just like in the airplane when the flight attendant gives that speech about put the mask on yourself first for oxygen before you help anybody. Because if you pass out, you can't help anybody. So take care of your own house first. We also have, I'm going to go back to that Strength card again. My nose always itches when I get on camera because Spirit is in the room and they play with my nose. So if you see me itching and wiggling, you know what's up. This Strength card was about the fact that we have been through this before. Look over top of her head. That's the infinity sign. Keeps going around, coming around, going around, coming around. Stay strong, don't get weak. Stay strong. We've gone by this before. It's going around, it's coming around. We've got this. You will find the strength. This is going to be an emotional time for a lot of people. You will find that strength. Now, we also have the Ten of Wands. You're getting ready to put away an issue that really wasn't yours. You carried somebody else's burden. You may have been funding their addiction. It wasn't your burden to carry. Let that shit go. And you are at a place where there's a chapter wrapping up in your life. You have to release something in order to let something else come in. This is the transformation I talked about. You're getting ready to make a huge change in your life. Big improvements. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. And last but not least, we have the Six of Wands. This card is, to me, it's like the seventh inning stretch at a baseball game. You know you're winning. Your team's winning. You already know that. Scores, there's so much difference in the score, you know you're winning. You get to walk down and go get another beer at seventh inning stretch. This is your winning. This is a victory card. See that laurel wreath up on that wand? He's victorious. You're going to be victorious. You're not going to allow something like this situation to pop up, take you out. You're a survivor. You're a victor, not a victim. All right, there you have it. Just a little bit with Nancy Guthrie today. I'm glad she came back in to answer some questions. No response from Elvis. So, and for those of you that doubt the flashlight, wouldn't I make it work every time if it was rigged? You know what? Before I close, let me just show you this. Yeah, it came back on because I got a hold of it. Let me just show you this. Just for shits and giggles. The batteries. Hold them up here. Just plain old batteries. It's a plain old flashlight. Ta-da. However, if you try this at home, I want you to know you're opening a portal. Anytime you talk to the dead, you're opening a portal. You're opening yourself up to an attachment. You can have an attachment. You have to be able to close the portal when you're done. And with that, I always say a prayer. And I am going to close this with, I want you to know that I never leave you, that I don't sincerely send you love and light. See you soon.